One of my favorite MCs.
Yeah.
Wow.
But again, the conversation start when you start talking about who's better, what metric of when Kweli was here, we had a whole big conversation about what metric are we judging by, because Kweli is a hip hop head. He knows the technical. Okay, he's better by what metric, and you have to be able to explain the metric lyrically. His metaphors, his similes, his punchlines, this, his flows, his cadence, But you have to be able to run all that and put it all on paper. And then it just becomes a matter of what do you prefer?
Yeah.
If you like crime, if you like street rap, you like a lot of street raps.
Yeah, I'm with Biggie.
Redman may not be the guy for you. Redman's not talking a lot of street. You see what I'm saying? But if you like street rap and Cool G Rap walks in the door, okay, well now the conversation, the air is different in here.
Yeah, but certain projects transcend.
Facts.
Over time.
Like, we were talking about this earlier, off camera, Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Transcends hip-hop, pop, R&B, album of the year.
Right.
At the Grammys.
Right.
And I went back and listened to that album like a couple weeks ago, and it's like,
it held up.
It's still,
damn, this is good. Like, god damn, these songs are good.
Yeah.
Like, and yes, you got the singing, but then you got, it's funny how money changes the situation. And it starts off like that on some dissing Wyclef.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Yo, Clef, you don't want it, son. You don't want it. I know exactly how I'm gonna start my round feet.
I think, you know something. And I think when I interviewed Clef, I think I brought that up, and he goes, "Was that a diss record? My name wasn't said on it." And it's like,
oh, for the love of God.
But no. Love to Clef.
Yeah. Shout out to Clef.
Hopefully that'll happen one day. Math Hoffa versus Wyclef, man. Let's get it done.
Battle?
Yes, battle.
He battle raps?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He not only loves the culture, but you'll find him trading bars with people online.
Trading bars, does he battle rap?
Yes.
Really?
He does. Yes.
I would love to see that. I'm a Clef, because Clef is just so uber talented.
Yeah.
Just period, all across the board, from playing instruments to...
I want to tell people about a project that he's been working on that I heard, and it made me like kind of go back and be like, okay, I need to step my shit up. But it's him and another top 5 rapper. Smoking. What? Smoking. I don't know when they're gonna drop it. I don't even know if people know that they're working on it. But he let me hear a couple joints, and when I say crazy, I tell y'all off camera.
Love it. Shout out to Clef, man.
Shout out to Clef.
Keep your head up, Prize. I know he's about to go through some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Did Prize say, did I see a quote from him saying he found out about the
concert, yeah.
The tour
online, yeah.
Like nobody called him. He had to find out that they was going online.
He's got to go through some shit.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's
going through some shit.
Yeah.
He's facing, decades possibly?
Yeah.
I interviewed
John
him
Forte too.
many moons ago.
I interviewed him twice. I interviewed him when he was talking about the Obama, giving money to the Obama campaign, which ultimately was one of the things he got convicted for. Like, I don't think our interview was used in it, but it was like, this was common knowledge, that he gave to the Obama campaign.
Wow.
The crazy part about that shit was that it seemed like he could have gotten out of it if he had just given back all the money they asked for. But I think he was trying to keep the money, which triggered a superseding federal indictment, which is how he got hemmed up.
Wow.
Because at first it was just a state case. And it seemed like he was able to walk away, but...
In the interview I did with him, he said his main thing was reaching $1 billion. And how nothing could be more important. We got more into not the technique of getting to it, but like the discipline it takes to become $1 billionaire. How you have to stop all the other little shit. And he talked about like a woman he had wanted to be with really, really bad, and she finally pulled up, and they were like just about to get into it, and the phone call came through, and it came through from the only guy who has that number to that phone. And he stopped everything and was like, they're all the romance. So lights came on, he stopped everything, put his clothes on, took the call. Like that kind of discipline. I was like, is it worth it? And he was like, it's worth
it.
Magic Johnson said some really ill shit He said, when you get to a certain level, the time and effort it takes for $1 million deal and $100 million deal is the same. So when it comes to prioritizing your time, you have to ignore the $1 million deals and just focus on the $100 million deals.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to take you the same amount of time to close both those deals.
Right.
So when people are offering you $1 million and they're wondering why you're not calling them back, it's because you're working on the $100 million deal. And Magic Johnson's like a billionaire these days, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
And even he still talks about the one he missed with Nike. That Nike
he didn't take the Nike stock. But he made up for it by buying the Dodgers, and he has.
Something like
found his way around that.
Little side purchase. Yeah, I'll make up for it. No problem.
I mean, that's
all while being HIV positive,
which we tend to forget.
Like everyone forgets.
Just how long has it been since he? I remember him announcing that he had it.
91, 92.
He was on the Arsenio Hall show when he announced that. I remember. I'll never forget that clip. He's not. He announced it in the What's Name, but then he did the Arsenio Hall show, and that's when I saw that he had it.
You want to hear some ill shit? This part's actually not out yet because we had to take this down. So because of just a timing issue. So I interviewed Albert Hughes of the Hughes Brothers. Mm-hmm. He has a new series called The Continental. It's a John Wick kind of spinoff.
I saw that. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's not out yet. So
the guy who owns the hotel, younger.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So it's a two. He directed like 2 out of 3 of those of the episodes. But what I didn't know, because I interviewed Alan Hughes, but Alan was kind of in a hurry. He had a meeting with Dr. Dre after our interview, so we kind of had to sort of rush through it. But with Albert, he was like, "I'm here. You got all the time in the world, right?" So he's like, "We're talking," and what I didn't know was that they were rolling with Eazy-E for a while. Them and Eazy were like super close. In fact, Eazy was supposed to be O-Dog in Menace Society.
Wow.
And Ren was supposed to be someone else. And you know what I'm saying? Like it was going to be so they were super close to Eazy, right? And they were like, Eazy would just pick him up every day and just roll around with him. You know, give him some money, whatever, what else? He's thinking about doing movies. He's, whatever else.
Right.
And they were saying this one time, they were hanging out with Eazy. He just didn't look right. He looked kind of a little thin, sickly, whatever. And he said that his brother looked at him and said, "Eazy, do you ever think that you might have AIDS?"
It's trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf.